So sometimes in the question will ask the student to deduce or conclude, right? So that means to say, follow the guidance in the passage of the question with a supporting statement to conclude something. So usually they will give you some data in the table or data in the graph. They ask you to look at the data, and from the data of the table and graph, do some conclusion. That means use the data. 2.2 shows the concentration of FSH and LH in 4 test groups. In one test group, the men are fertile, and in the other 3 groups, the men show different types of infertility. So this graph shows the FSH and LH hormone in the body of the men, which have been divided into 4 groups based on the fertility. So the 4 groups are actually indicated here very clearly. Okay, group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So the question asks, state one conclusion about the effect of FSH and LH on infertility in men that is consistent with the result of this investigation. So first, we want to check how many marks they have given the students. So how many points you need to write. 3 marks. Okay, let us try it out. Okay. First, we refer to the normal level of FSH and LH, which is this one here. Okay, so this is the normal level, right? The normal level. Now for group 2 people, they are infertile because due to non-motile sperm, that means the sperm cannot move. So you compare group 2 and group 1. What's the difference there is, if you look at group 2, there is an increase in, you can see that this, okay, which is actually the FSH. So there's a higher FSH level than normal, and there is a lower LH level than normal. So when the male FSH is higher, okay, so this is FSH and this is LH. So when the FSH is higher and the LH is lower than the normal level, then it will lead to group 2. So your answer is FSH is higher. When FSH level is higher and LH level is lower than the fertile group, then it will lead to group 2 infertility, or it will lead to sperm becomes non-motile. So that's the first marking point. Now, second marking point, we will check the next group, which is group 3. Now, for group 3, you can see that the level of FSH here is also increased, and the level of LH is almost the same. Okay, let me check whether it's almost the same or not. Okay, the level of LH is almost the same as the first group. So therefore, for the third group, what is the conclusion you can make is when the FSH level is higher and when the LH level is close to each other or similar, it will lead to group 3 infertility. So that means to say, or you can say there will be lower sperm number in the semen. Okay. Now the last group is, you can see that both the FSH as well as the LH level are raised. So therefore your conclusion from the statement here will be group 4 has got both FSH level and LH level higher than the fertile men. So it will have got group 4 infertility, or it will lead to no sperm being present in the semen or no sperm being produced, right? So basically these are the answers. So you can see that actually from here, they do not require your theory knowledge at all. They require your knowledge in analyzing data that is presented to you in the form of a graph, sometimes in the form of table. So just read from there and do your conclusion based on that. Okay, So this kind of question may come up in exam as well. All right, so